Appreciate the beauty of nature and taste what's in season every month. What food will a foreign consul make for a traditional Chinese soliterne? Cold dew, the first soliterne with the character cold in this name, signals the beginning of the transition from warm to cold weather. Ancient records state, after the cold dew, temperature goes down, the dew will congeal. During cold dew, that is, the time in late autumn, wild geese are flying south, and chrysanthemums are blooming. Around the Double Ninth Festival, the weather is great for mountain hiking. Additionally, the crabs are plump at this moment, so the cold dew soliterne is the season to taste crabs. Are ready and waiting for guests. Today, I will recreate a famous traditional dish with a new friend. Ambassador Judith Sapabera took office as Consul General of the Republic of Uganda in Guangzhou in August 2022. She has a doctorate and she attended Harvard Business School and was part of an elite Harvard Women's Leadership Program, which she completed in 2022. She founded Project Hope for Africa, an organization that helps youth who had lost their parents in war or disease to be more self-sufficient. She worked with the UN peacekeeping operations, where she advocated for increased women participation. She is bold and versatile, loves sports, and enjoys Cantonese cuisine. Today, I will follow the ancient recipe to cook a traditional dish with her. I believe she will enjoy that experience.
Hello, Judy.
Hi, Vivian. How are you?
Good, and you?
Very good.
Welcome to Nansha.
We just eat it out of the pan? Or?
No,
Okay, good.
not now.
Okay, good.
The next step is we need to put all this crab meal into this orangey bowl.
Okay.
As the taste of it.
So I see oranges and I can smell the fragrance, so I'm sure it's going to be very citrusy. So that's exciting.
Maybe we could have a try.
Okay, perfect.
Wow, it's like an orange jewelry box.
Right? It's exciting. I'm excited to try it. Well, this is really good. I actually like it.
Well, I think the taste is very special. You taste all the flavors, the salty flavor, the sour flavor, sweet flavor. I think maybe it's because of the perfect match of the oranges and also the crab meat and the crab paste. This dish also appeared as a state banquet dish for the G20 Hangzhou Summit a few years ago.
Whoever created it did a really good job.
Yes, very creative.
Right, right?
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, Chinese people have been eating crabs for almost 5,000 years.
Okay.
Especially during the solar term Kodu, the temperature drops significantly during Kodu. So the coldness actually help to enhance the freshness of the crabs.
So crab is the best dish to eat during this time
Yes.
of cold year. Very nice. I'm really enjoying this. This is really well done.
So after finish this 蟹亮城, and we could try something else. Today we prepare some dim sum.
Very nice. Thank you. I love it.
Is it good?
Very fantastic. I really enjoy Chinese food.
Oh, really?
I've been here for 1 year now. So it's exciting, and I've gotten an opportunity to try different cuisines and different flavors.
So could you adapt the weather here? Is there any difference for the weather between China, Guangzhou, and Uganda?
Yes, definitely. It doesn't get as hot as it gets here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Guangzhou is hotter than
Yes,
Uganda.
absolutely.
You are sure?
Yes, absolutely. Uganda's temperatures are always mild all year round. You can visit any time of the year because the temperatures are good all year round. I like the weather now. It's gotten much cooler than it was in the summertime. Actually, your autumn is pretty much what the weather is like in Uganda all year round.
Even though it's still not very cold, but the temperature is dropping now. And during Kodu, the temperature difference between day and night increases. So the crops
Here.
Well, actually, our ancestors worship mountains, so Chinese people believe that climbing mountains could bring them good luck, particularly in autumn because the weather is turning cold.
Okay.
So it's easier to get depressed during this period. In this case, some people will choose to climb a mountain because when you're on top of the mountain, you see the broad view of the cities. You will feel that you are so tiny. The troubles around you are so tiny.
Very good.
So you just could skip it. Skip the troubles. The troubles will never bother you.
That's a good idea. That's
Yeah,
a really good idea.
And when you're standing high, you will have a far-sighted vision, and that could also help you to make some wise decisions.
Oh, very good.
Oh, I've prepared some tea for you. Would you like to have a rest?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
So, in China, there is a Chinese idiom named 高瞻远瞩.
高瞻远瞩.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect pronunciation. You should know more Chinese words.
I'm learning. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
Yes. So tell me about this.
Yes, 高瞻远瞩 means to have a long-term perspective. It refers to the ability to discover the potential outcomes of some actions.
Okay.
Yeah, and make good preparations for the future.
Very
Yes. Speaking of 高瞻远瞩, are there any decisions or actions that you think could promote the cooperation between China and Uganda in the long term?
So we're celebrating 61 years of our diplomatic relations with China. And for the first time, we're going to have a direct flight coming from Uganda to China, flying directly to Guangzhou to be able to connect the two nations. I think this is one of the long-term goals that my president has been thinking, and we're very happy that we're going to realize that very soon, to be able to connect the two worlds together.
I think it's good news for the people of both countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think not only for the countries, the developments of a city also require far-sighted decisions, such as like where we are now. This mountain is located in Nansha district of Guangzhou.
Right.
Here we have a very famous Nansha port. And Nansha is one of the earliest cross-border e-commerce pilot areas in China. By taking full advantage of the seaport and also Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, Greater Bay Area Airport Cargo Center, now it has developed into a cross-border e-commerce international hub port with an intermodal transport center connecting sea, road, air, and rail.
That's exciting. Very good. So when our airline starts, I would like to invite you to Uganda to fly our airline. But before that, I would love to invite you to my home. You've been such a wonderful host, and I want you to taste Ugandan food.
Thanks for the invitation, and I'm really looking forward to it. But now, shall we enjoy more tea?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Hello, Judy.
Hi, Vivian. How are you?
Good.
Come in.
Wow, what a nice apartment here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow, Judy, the decorations on the wall are so unique.
Yeah. They actually come from Uganda. These are baskets that are made by women who have lost their husbands. So they make the baskets to be able to provide for their children. So this one is a small basket, so you can hold it in your hand. But if we go ahead, I'll show you an even bigger basket that they could put on their head.
Okay.
Yeah. So Vivian, this is like an example of a basket that a woman would put on her head, and she would put her foodstuffs on there and carry it.
Wow, this basket is huge. Wow, much bigger than my hat.
Of course it is.
How could they do it?
There's a lot of things that you could put inside. Like if you go to the garden and you harvest, you can put all your harvest in here and you carry it home.
Wow, that's incredible.
Right, it is, right. So you ready to cook?
Yes, I would love to cook with you.
Yes, please, come on.
Okay.
All right, Vivian, so we're here. These are the ingredients. Can you guess what we're going to make?
Is that a dish combined with like bananas and chicken drumsticks
Yeah.
fried together?
Yeah, you could do it that way, but the green banana is a very staple food for Ugandans. So similar to how Chinese people eat rice, we also have green banana.
Oh,
It's
that's
actually
special.
really good. Would you
I could not recognize them.
I know. So you just mash it. Banana is ready. So we're going to cover this up and I'll show you how. No sweetness here.
It doesn't contain a strong flavor. It's a perfect match for any food, like any sauce.
Yes, exactly.
So that's why people always say knowledge comes from practice.
Yes,
experiences.
exactly. Right, that's a good way to put it. All right.
Yeah.
So what else do you think about Africa?
I think for many trans people, when we mention Africa, we think about the wildlife.
Okay.
The endless grasslands, very beautiful sceneries.
So first of all, Africa is a very big continent with 54 countries. A lot of times people think it's just one country, but Uganda is called the Pearl of Africa.
Yes.
And the reason it was called the Pearl of Africa is that in 1907, Winston Churchill, who was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom at that time, traveled and visited Uganda. And he saw how lush Uganda was, that it had a lot of greenery, it had a lot of animals, and he said, for the abundance of flora and fauna, Uganda is truly the Pearl of Africa. But one thing I want to tell you about Uganda is that beyond the animals and the good weather, the people are the most important reason why you should visit Uganda. They're the kindest people you'll meet anywhere in the world. You come in and visit for the people, and then the wildlife and all these other things are extra.
Yeah, I will be one of the tourists in the future.
I'm very excited. I will be very happy to host you when you come to Uganda.
For many Chinese, the coffee is also very famous.
We've been selling coffee for so many years. And interestingly enough, there's a coffee ceremony that is done by a particular tribe in Uganda. They call it the mpokota. It's roasted and wrapped in banana fiber. So when you have visitors who come to your home, they peel the coffee and you eat it together as a way of welcoming and building a friendship between each other.
Just like eating the peanuts.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Since the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Uganda in 1962, the two countries have remained friendly and supported each other in international affairs. In 2022, the trade volume between the two countries was $1.135 billion, an increase of 6.6% year on year. China has become one of Uganda's largest investors.
I know traditionally China is a tea-drinking country, but it's interesting how the young people are now taking a lot of coffee. I'm going to pour you some Ugandan coffee. What do you think?
The fragrance of the coffee is quite strong.
Yeah?
It tastes really good.
Oh, I'm glad. Okay. So all of us have these ideas that Chinese people are adventurous with food. But you'll find that in Uganda as well. So I prepared a special delicacy for you.
Wow, this is another surprise for today. What is that? Oh my god!
So these
What is that?
are grasshoppers, jamon.
Jamun. Oh.
Jam.
Wow, it's a big surprise to me.
So you just take one, right? And then you just go ahead, try it.
I think it's a little bit like fried chips.
Fried chips.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's the first one. I've never heard that.
Maybe people eat these snacks and watch TV.
You know, anytime. And like now we're sitting down and talking and drinking coffee. That's
Wow.
one way to do it.
And I think it's a perfect match for the coffee too.
Yes, right? They're all yours. Keep eating.
This year marks the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative. What are the most impressive cooperations between China and Uganda for the past few years?
We've benefited so much from this cooperation, especially on the agriculture, on the South-South cooperation. There've been a lot of advancements in terms of our agricultural practices. The Greater Bay Area, very cosmopolitan. The population is quite big. So we're seeing a lot of advantages of being able to focus on bringing a lot of our products through the Greater Bay Area. Manufacturing, these are potential areas that we can really partner with China on really advancing our economy.
I think maybe you will find more potential opportunities for further cooperations in the future.
Absolutely.
So do you have any plans during your term?
My plans for the next few years that I'm here are really to promote Uganda. I want the Chinese people to understand, one, about my country, about the potential that it has, promote the products that we have that can come into the Chinese market, to promote the people and the people-to-people relationship. That's the most priority for me. And my goal before I leave China is to make sure that I can find Ugandan products on the shelves in Chinese supermarkets.
Wow, this girl is a visionary. Yeah, I hope that you will have a wonderful experience living here.
Thank you. It will be an honor and really looking forward to getting the most that I can get out of the Greater Bay Area. Yes.
So let's cheers for
Yes.
further cooperations
Yes,
in
cheers.
the future.
Absolutely. Cheers.
During the cold dew solar term, everything tends to be silent but fruitful. The changes in an instant urge for people to catch the opportunities. Even though the global environment is constantly changing, China and Uganda have been in the same situation for decades, and their cooperation has only grown stronger over time. The people of the two countries are sincere, friendly, and committed to upholding their original goals and vision. They are also curious about the truth and working together to create a better future.